High school football brings together people, brings together a school on a Friday night, brings together the fans, and most importantly, brings together the boys on the team. The boys that become men. The boys of football. COVID-19 has taken away many things from us this year, football being one of them. Many states throughout the nation this year were not allowed to play high school football on Friday nights this fall. However, here in the state of Arizona, high schools still played football on Friday nights. Scottsdale Christian Academy is one of those schools. Football was a little bit different for SCA this year. Halfway through the season, the Eagles came in contact with a player on another team that tested positive for COVID-19. After this, the Eagles were forced to strap up against the opposition and COVID-19.
The week after playing Valley Lutheran, Scottsdale Christian Academy was forced to isolate for 1 week after a player on the team tested positive. COVID was just a little bit of adversity for the Eagles.
Okay, so be prepared for a 4-quarter battle. Don't hang your head if something doesn't go our way, okay? Because we haven't had a lot of adversity this season yet as far as out on the football field, right? Sure. We've had a ton of adversity off of it. COVID stuff popping up, what's going on this week, changing the schedule, yada, yada, yada. Okay, you guys have shown tremendous grit in that.
After the COVID incident, the boys decided to go online for the rest of the semester, but it was their choice, not the school's.
Yeah, so we actually never officially made that decision as a school or athletic department. We had that available to all of our students as an option to go on remote learning. And really it was kind of the boys decided amongst themselves that would be the right thing for them to limit the exposure that they had as we were heading into the playoffs and for the remaining few games.
In some ways, COVID pushed the team to grow together and grow the culture of SCA football.
Actually, in some ways, I feel like COVID actually pushed our culture forward faster. And part of the reason I say that is because we were really making some strides in the weight room in the spring, but then all of a sudden nobody can lift.
Right.
And nobody can be together. And so all of a sudden now we're getting together on Microsoft Teams, just going after it hardcore on our culture. And the guys are all about it because what else do they have to do? They can't really do anything else.
But as you can imagine, learning online was a tough thing, especially for some of the players.
Well, for me, I definitely prefer being in person because I feel like I comprehend information better when I'm like in person. It's some people think it's easier for them because they can just sit there, get their work done, and then go on with their day. It was nice the first few weeks. It was easier academically, but then I started to kind of get behind in some things. And I'm definitely glad to be back in person, even though we're not playing football anymore.
The Eagles played their final game 2 weeks ago, the week of Thanksgiving against St. John's. Sadly lost 22-21, but the Eagles now have a little bit of experience with adversity and advancing their culture for the future.